Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. This is Dinesh Mehbubani. Welcome to the video lecture series of Effective Technical Communication. In this subject till now we have completed 4 chapters. Chapter number 1 was Dynamics of Communication. Then we studied about the technical writing. Chapter number 4 was Ethics in Engineering. Chapter number 5 we have also completed, that is Etiquettes. Okay. Today we are going to start a new chapter, and that is the most important chapter, and that is the name of the chapter is Technical Communication, unit number 3. Okay, first of all, what do you mean by technical communication? Okay, technical communication means to communicate your ideas and concept to an audience or instruct an audience in a particular task. So this is about the technical communication. Which things are included in the technical communication? So technical communication will include public speaking, then group discussion, presentation strategies, interview skills, negotiation skills. In this chapter we have to study all these things in detail. One more thing about technical communication is what? The contents may vary depending upon the target audience. For example, let us take one example. If any minister wants to give a speech in village, then he will not give the speech in English, right? And if the same minister is going abroad, for example, he is going America for delivering a speech, then definitely he has to deliver the speech in English or the foreign language, right? So the technical communication depends on the target audience. We have to also keep in mind that among whom we have to give the speech. Okay, let's start the first topic, that is public speaking. What is the meaning of public speaking? Public speaking is used to address a large number of people, to inform, create awareness, provide solutions. Okay, for different purposes. Again, the content and style of speech will vary. For example, I am taking lecture, that is also one type of public speaking. Okay, if I am giving speech, that is also public speaking. Okay, each and every time you have to make sure that the speech is well prepared in advance. If it will be well prepared in advance, then it will create a good impact on the listener. Okay, while you are preparing the contents of the speech, which things you have to keep in mind? Okay, so the method of preparation of content is different. There are different methods of preparing the contents. Chronological means it is related with time. Whenever you are writing any speech, you are preparing any speech in terms of time. Okay, so it is known as chronological method. Generally the topics that are including the history of a country, sports, bibliography, in which the time matters, such type of contents are known as the contents using chronological method. The second one is categorical method. Okay, if you are preparing any contents of any technical topic, right, if any technical description is to be written, then we are preparing that speech in categorical method. So we are dividing the main topics into subtopics, that is known as categorical method. Okay, whenever you have to give some knowledge, we have to use the categorical method. The third one is causal method. Now what is there in causal method? The causal method, if we want to write the contents of the speech using causal method, then we have to mention the reasons of a problem, then we have to also mention the solution of a problem. The basis of the causes, we have to write the contents. So this is known as causal method. Okay, we have to also mention the causes and its effects. Basically the current affair topics like global warming, corruption, effects of the mobile phone, effects of the social media can be prepared in this type of manner. And the last one is spatial method. Spatial method means it is related with space. Whenever you want to give any information of any particular place, right, for that you have to use the spatial method. Okay, mentioning or describing a place like Adalajni Vav, if you want to give a speech on Adalajni Vav, if you want to give a speech on North India tourism, okay, for these topics, for these topics we are writing the contents in special method. Okay. Okay, let us study the different types of delivery of speech, how you are delivering the speech, that is also important, and we will also study the advantages and disadvantages of that. There are basically 4 methods in which the speech is delivered. The first one is memorization method. What is to be done in memorization method? First of all, you have to write the whole speech and you have to read it several times and you have to prepare the speech. Okay, you have to memorize it and you have to tell the speech in front of the people from your memory. So it is known as memorization method. There is no need to keep a paper in which the speech is contained, in which the speech is written. There is no need to keep any sheet or paper. Okay, what are the advantages of this type of delivery of speech method? The main advantage is it will look natural and you can maintain a good eye contact and you can also maintain a good gestures while delivering the speech. Now, which are the disadvantages? The disadvantages are there is high risk of forgetting the things because you have memorized it. So there are chances that you can forget any important point. Okay. Then the second disadvantage is there is no flexibility. You cannot add any more points because you have memorized some of the points and you are not able to add or remove any point, right? So there is no flexibility in this type of method. So this is about memorization method. The next one is manuscript method. Now manuscript, what is the meaning of manuscript? As we have already studied in the chapter number 2, manuscript means there is a speech written in the paper. Okay. You are writing the whole speech, you are writing the full speech in a paper and just you are reading the speech from that particular paper. Okay, so this is known as manuscript. While you are delivering the speech, you are carrying a paper with you in which the whole speech is written. Okay, what are the advantages? The advantages will be you will not miss out any point because each and everything is written with you and it will be perfect and there will be no fumbling because you have to just read it from the paper. Disadvantages. This method has some disadvantages because while you are reading it from the paper, then what will happen? The public will get bored because you are not interacting with the public, you are not doing any type of gestures, there is no hand movement, nothing, just you are reading from the paper like you are reading the newspaper. Okay, so this type of speech will look unnatural and due to this the public may get bored. Okay, so these are some of the disadvantages of manuscript method. Okay, the third one is impromptu method. Okay, impromptu means you have to deliver the speech without any preparation. For example, you are attending any meeting, okay, and somebody tells you that you have to give a small speech, okay, a small speech on this topic. You are not prepared about that, okay. So without preparation, you have to deliver the speech. That is known as impromptu method. Basically, this thing happens in the farewell of the colleges. Whenever the farewell is organized, there is the farewell going on, okay, and suddenly the faculty or any other member will tell that particular person, that student, that come here and say few words about the experience of yourself in the college. So that type of speech is known as impromptu speech. Okay, what are the advantages of this? It will look highly natural and original because you are not carrying the paper, okay, there will be eye contact as well and you will be able to maintain a good gesture. These are some of the advantages. Now let us talk about the disadvantages. Okay, if you are not confident at talking, okay, and if you are not having a sufficient knowledge of that particular topic, then you will definitely fumble. Okay, you will not able to speak, you will not able to deliver what you are trying to say, and sometimes while delivering you will take long pauses because you have to think and speak. You have to think and speak, so you will take long pauses, and due to this the audience will get irritated. Okay, so these are some of the disadvantages of impromptu method. Okay, the last one is notes method. The notes method is best of all the methods because it includes the advantages of memorization and the manuscript method. In memorization, what we are doing? We are preparing the whole speech, okay, and then we are delivering the speech from the memory. In manuscript method, what we are doing? In manuscript method, we are just reading from the notes. Okay, this method is combination of both of them. Okay, what we are doing? While delivering the speech, we have to speak without seeing the paper. We are carrying a paper with us. Okay, the whole speech is written in that. We are carrying a speech. Okay, we are carrying a paper in which the whole speech is written, but we are not looking into the paper again and again. Okay, while delivering the speech, a paper is with us. We are delivering the speech without looking into the paper, and while delivering the speech, if you are missing any content or missing any important point, then you can just look in the paper and then you can continue with the speech. So this is the best method. There are many advantages, like there are very less chances of forgetting the points, because if you are forgetting the point, then you will look into the paper. Okay, scope of eye contact and gesture is more because you are not looking into the paper again and again. There are some more advantages. There are no disadvantages. Okay, it will look natural and interesting. Most of the people are using the notes method. Okay, and it will look effective. It will look effective. Why? Because it will look natural. There are no disadvantages if the preparation of the speech is well. Okay, but you have not prepared it properly, then what will happen? This method will fail to give the effective speech. So this was about the different methods of delivering the speech. The first one was memorization, then manuscript. The third one is impromptu, and the fourth one is notes method. So in this way we can deliver speech in different methods. This was about the public speaking, in which you have to write public speaking, content writing, and the delivery of speech. Okay, so we will end our lecture here. In the next lecture we will study more things about the technical communication. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.